Dinky Danny here. Just got off the train in Philadelphia, and I'm gonna be going to the TooManyGames convention. Parking lot, they got a DeLorean in there. I'm gonna have to go get a picture with that one. Alright, just pulling up to the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center. Looks pretty big. I wasn't sure if it'd be like a big show or a small show, so we'll head in here, see what kind of games they got. I think they're doing some shows and having bands and all that, so. TooManyGames. Pretty cool logo for it.
In the movie Wizard of Oz, the thought of what do I think of the Scarecrow having a gun? Actually, I love that idea because I did a spoof of Wizard of Oz that was all animated. Wizard of Oz 3, Dorothy Goes to Hell. And in that there is a scene that I still think is one of the funniest things I ever did, where the Scarecrow actually blows his brains out. So, yeah, that's what I would say about that.
Dinky Dana. So Dinky Dana.
Yep.
Okay, D-I-N-K-Y.
Yeah.
This one is my favorite. Yeah, it's one of the first games I bought. I always remember it.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Alright, thanks. Okay. Alright, so here we go. This is what it looks like. Got a bunch of magic cards and all that. The overview of the whole place. Lots of classic games going on here. Congo Bongo. I used to love playing that over my grandma's house.
But if you're kind of self-conscious about how geeky it is, then my girlfriend doesn't play video games. She understands. A lot of people, they tend to not understand in general. So it's kind of like an easy audience. Mega Man again, because everything gets off the ball.
I'm Andrea. I'm Tamara. This is actually my first time here. I used to play Jack and Daxter all the time, and I really loved one character, so I dressed up like her.
And I love Final Fantasy, so it's just kind of, it was cute.
Alright, well, nice meeting you here.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for footage.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good old Vectrex.
Oh my goodness. Lots of buttons.
One of the best RPGs on the Super Nintendo.
Bright stuff.
That's
Nice.
That's so
Sealed.
cool. I haven't seen that stuff in ages.
Hello.
You know about these?
Yeah, pretty cool.
94 and 1992 Campus Challenge. This one you can get a reproduction at retrousb.com.
Yeah, is that an original?
And this is the original.
That's
only
cool.
2 others are known to exist.
Yeah.
For the Power Fest 94, that's the only one known to exist.
Very cool. That's what you got on here?
Yeah, if you want to try it out and play it. Right now the 1992 is hooked up, but I can switch the video and do Power Fest 94 if you want to try that one too.
Alright. That's pretty cool pixel art.
Iridescent, yeah.
Here we got some reproduction cards. Earthbound for Nintendo, Final Fantasy II. A whole bunch of Pokemons.
At one time.
Some Vectrex games. I should pick up some of them. And this guy here has some pretty rare stuff. He's got Chrono Trigger sealed back there. Oh, is that the redesign or the original? That's cool. Famicom Rob, Pure Solar, $250. Ogre Battle. Now that's a cool display right there. Yeah, so a ton of games they got here, but I'll probably go through, actually look through them a little bit more. Just wanted to capture some footage, show you guys what they had, and you know, give you an idea of what they got going on here at TooManyGames. Alright, so back here they got a bunch of games already set up. They were having tournaments earlier. Here's Halo. Over here they got some old school games. We've got a Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. Alright, so I was sitting here watching my buddy play Super Mario Brothers 2. Ran into one of my subscribers, PurpleControler. You want to mention your YouTube channel?
Yeah. The YouTube channel is PurpleControler, and I think the controller is misspelled, so be careful.
Alright, yeah, I'll put a link in the description. So what'd you get?
Mega Man 2, autographed by the AngryVideoGameNerd box.
Yeah, we'll take a close up on that. Got signed by the AngryVideoGameNerd.
Yeah.
Classic game to have signed.
That's my favorite mine on Super Nintendo. Never tried the NES version.
Yeah, boxed. Yeah, you said you got the console and a bunch of games. You said box games too, huh?
Yeah, I got like 10 box games and like altogether like 37, I think.
Wow, 37 games?
Yeah, all for $50. I'm pretty stoked. I got Jet Grind Radio with the French manual.
Oh, Jet Grind Radio is a great game.
I only had the bird version, but now I finally got the real version.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one of the best on the Dreamcast.
I always like that one. I got one of the copies of Miss It for $2,600. Made by 2011.
Cool. Yeah, homebrew. All right. Well, good seeing you out here. I'll put a link to his channel down in the description. Check him out. I did a trade with him before. I traded him. He traded me a Dreamcast Seaman game. So thanks for doing a trade with me, and nice seeing you out here. Alright, just got back to my buddy's place. We're just hanging out by his pond here. But let's take a look at the games that I picked up at the TooManyGames convention. The first one is one of my favorite games on the Nintendo, and it's Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. I picked this one up because the AngryVideoGameNerd was there, so I had him sign it to Dinky Dana, James, AVGN. And then the other one I had him sign was The Simpsons Bart vs. the World. So he did some funny reviews on those two games. The other box Nintendo game that I got is Infiltrator. And I played this game when I was a kid on the original Nintendo. And man, this game is tough. I just remember the first stage, you have to fly this helicopter. And I could barely even fly the helicopter. And there's a scene of it on the back. And I mean, I landed this helicopter maybe 10 times. And when you land, you get to walk around the bases. But I barely made it through this game at all. But still wanted to have it in my boxed collection. Looking forward to putting that back in and playing that one. The next game is a really cool one. And it's a homebrew game. And it's Zelda Outlands. And what this is, we actually put it into the Nintendos that they had set up to play there. And it's a remix of the original Zelda, which is my favorite game. but it's completely mixed up, and it has elements from the Super Nintendo, Link to the Past Zelda, mixed in with it. So the graphics are kind of a blend of the original NES and the Super Nintendo graphics. And right when you start this game, you walk around and you have no sword. So, I mean, we were trying to play it for a little bit, but we didn't have too much time, and we were walking around with no sword, getting just owned. But really cool game. Gonna look forward to messing around with that one and seeing what it's like. And the other one is another homebrew, and it's Final Fantasy II for the original Nintendo. And I'm not quite sure exactly what this one is. I think it's the Super Nintendo version, just remixed. I think it's the Super Nintendo version remixed in Nintendo graphics. So pretty cool to pick that up. Came in this nice case. Pretty neat. Here's some screenshots on the back here. And all Final Fantasies are good games, so cool pickup. I also picked up some Nintendo games I didn't have, just cartridges for cheap. Track and Field, Rescue, Robo Warrior, Urban Champion, and Spelunker. That's got a sticker on there. That'll come off though. Yeah, Spelunker. And then my buddy got some Nintendo 64 games. He hasn't played a Nintendo 64 in ages since it came out. So he went back up and picked up a lot of classic games that he always used to play. First one, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, Super Smash Brothers, Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. So, I mean, everyone knows those games are great. And then Wave Race 64, Turok 2, 1080, and Glover. So those are the games that I picked up. Pretty cool to get some of these cool, you know, homebrew games and just remade games. And then to see AngryVideoGameNerd, it was real cool getting his signature on these boxes. He does a review of both of those games. If you haven't seen them, definitely go check them out. I always loved Simon's Quest. It's one of my favorite Castlevanias, right behind probably Symphony of the Night. But he did a review on it and bashed it. It was pretty funny. So those are the games that I picked up at the convention. Pretty cool finds. So I'm Dinky Dana, and thanks for watching.